Make sure you're in an environment where there are no external distractions, where no one can interrupt you. Make sure your notifications are off on your phone, on your computer, and then sit down in a chair with your back straight, stay alert, stay present, and place both of your hands on your lap, palms facing down, and then close your eyes, and let's begin. So the first step is be aware of what you want to let go of. And let's start here by getting you out of your head and getting you into your body. And I want you to visualize that little voice always yapping about between your ears, still hanging on to things that happened today or things that didn't happen today, things you did, things you didn't do, things you should have done, just going around in circles, thinking about all these things over and over again, hanging on to them. I want you to visualize that voice, changing locations and moving all the way down to the base of your spine. This is also known as your root chakra or your basic chakra, and this is the place that establishes that deep connection with your physical body. So bring your awareness down, all the way down to the base of your spine, and just notice things become a little quieter. You're not thinking from down there, breathing from down there, operating from down there. And let's go ahead and lock in that position by doing 3 cycles of pranic breathing, where you're going to inhale through your nose for the count of 6, hold it for 3, and then exhale for 6, making a shh sound, and then holding it for 3 again. So from the base of your spine, inhale for the count of 6, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold for 3, 2, 3, exhale for 6, shh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold for 3 again, 2, 3, breathe normally. Let's do the next cycle. Deep breath from the base of your spine, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold for 3, 2, 3, exhale for 6, shh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold for 3, 2, 3, breathe normally. And let's do one last cycle here. Big breath from the base of your spine, inhale for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold for 3, 2, 3, exhale for 6, shh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold for 3, 2, 3, breathe normally. Really feel that connection to your body. You're out of your head, that little voice is a lot quieter, and I want you to bring your awareness back to the different sensations going on. And just see if anything stirred up, if there's any tension, any discomfort, any tightness, any upsets, anything that came up during the course of the day that you maybe didn't acknowledge. Let's give those sensations the attention they need now. And just notice what comes up. Think about your day. What sensations arise? Think about things that happened today, things that didn't happen today, things that you did, things that you didn't do, things that you should have done. Notice if there's any self-attack, if you're judging yourself for today, criticizing yourself for today, making yourself wrong for things you did or didn't do or should have done. Maybe something that you really wanted to happen didn't happen the way you wanted it to, or it didn't happen at all. Maybe you found yourself in a situation where you were embarrassed, disappointed. Notice the sensations. Notice if there are some things you're still trying to figure out or make sense of today. Or if you're already thinking about tomorrow, and if there's any dread, worry, or anxiety. Bring your awareness to the associated sensations and let them come up. And we're going to move to the second step here, which is allow yourself to experience them fully. And what I want you to do now is to stay with those sensations, to sink into them and let them take over. Don't resist them, don't fight them, don't judge them. Don't try to fix them or get rid of them or try to understand them. There is nothing you need to do. Just surrender to them. Just be with them, stay with them, and keep breathing from the base of your spine, validating them. Let them take over. Sink into them even more. Breathe into them. Be with them fully. Now let's start moving into the third and final step, which is let it come up and let it out. And this is what we're going to do now. You're going to invite all of the sensations to come up and come out. Remember, they want to leave. They want to run their course and reach their natural end and fade away. You just have to stop hanging on to them by resisting them. So what we're going to do here is 3 more cycles of pranic breathing. Breathing into these sensations, letting them take over with each inhale, visualizing them coming up, and with each exhale, making that shh sound. I want you to visualize them passing through you and letting them out. So tune into the different sensations that were brought up, and let's bring them up for the count of 6. Inhale now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Exhale for 6. Shh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Breathe normally. There's probably more down there. Bring your awareness to them. Tune into them. And let's bring them up and release them. Inhale for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold them for the count of 3. Get ready to let them out. Exhale for 6. Shh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Breathe normally. We're going to do one last cycle here. Whatever's left, any sensation, bring your awareness to them, and let's bring all of that up right now. Inhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Send it all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it all out. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Breathe normally. And let's just let things settle for a bit here. And notice a feeling of lightness. Notice a weight that's been lifted. A feeling of relief. And let's just stay with this new experience of yourself for a few moments right now. All is good. All is perfect. Just be with yourself. Now let's do one last cycle of pranic breathing. Breathing from the base of your spine. Inhale for the count of 6, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Exhale for 6. Shh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Breathe normally. Now we're going to get ready to come back, relieved, at peace, and ready to have a great night of deep sleep. Slowly start moving your body a little. Bring some awareness back to your surroundings. And slowly get ready to open your eyes right now.
Okay, and here's your first 2 call to actions in this very first beautiful content video. Number 1, anybody could do that right now. There's no excuse. I don't care where you are, where you're watching this. Number 1, you're gonna take a before picture right now. Doesn't matter if you just got up, doesn't matter if you're not wearing makeup, you're gonna take a before picture right now. You're gonna take your phone, like me right now, and you get out. Simply take a picture, similar to the frame that I have right here. Chest, this. Actually, let's do full body. How about that? Because I want to see what you're wearing. My coaches need to see that as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a nice full body pictures. Body picture here, toe, all the way up to the hair, and that's it. See that your body language and your face reflect your current mood, and you click that. Okay, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take that picture and you're gonna upload it to the Facebook group. Upload it to the Facebook group and introduce yourself. Give us a little bit of information. Okay, we already have your name because we see your Facebook profile. Hey, let's get up, what's up? My name is, this is me right now. This is at this time. This is at this time of the year, this time of the day. And let us know why you're in the program. Let us know a little bit about your goals. Do you have specific personalized goals? Like, okay, I wanna fuck 2 models that work for Karl Lagerfeld, you know, whatever. For me personally, it was like, okay, I want to have sex with 10 beautiful women until the moment I die. That was my goal back then. I said, the moment I die, the moment I meet my maker, I want to look back and say, okay, I've had sex with 10 really beautiful women. A couple of years later, I don't know how many, I've had sex with hundreds of beautiful women, and that's amazing. But let us know your dreams. Be personal. If you feel like that, I'd love to know that. Post that picture. That's your call to action number 1. Now, call to action number 2 is as simple, and it's also going to be in your phone. Everybody has a phone, okay? You're gonna get a notepad on your phone. Some of these phones, they have a notepad automatically already. Android and an iPhone have that, both, I know that. You can also alternatively get an app called Evernote. Evernote. You can find it in the Apple Store, you can also find it in the Android Store. It's really, really simple, or basically any notepad does on your phone. And what you're gonna do on that notepad is for each week, in each module, you're gonna write down in little check boxes your call to actions, okay? Including the call to action that you just did, which is taking a picture of you, okay? So you're gonna write down. You can call it RSD Max Mentoring, you can call it My Future, whatever you wanna call that file, that note file. Give it a name, and then you're gonna write down week 1, goal 1, goal 2, call to action 1, call to action 2, call to action 3, and then you checkbox them as you're doing them. Okay, now here's the cool thing about that. So you're gonna post the before picture, okay? What you're gonna do at the end of the week, I'll remind you now, and you should remind yourself later. At the end of the week, you're gonna upload a picture of your week 1 screenshot, okay? A screenshot of your week 1 on Evernote or whatever other note file there is, with everything checked box, okay? This is for you to keep yourself accountable, number 1. And number 2, it's also to keep other people accountable and to motivate them. They're like, holy shit, this motherfucking guy, he did everything, okay? So again, call to action number 1, take that picture, upload it in the Facebook group. Call to action number 2, download or use a notepad and write down all the call to actions that you're getting now in this module as you're going through the content videos. Do that, and at the end of the week, on 7 days from now, you're gonna post a screenshot of what you've just done, of all the tags, of all the check boxes checked, and yeah, and you'll get epic feedback from everybody. All right, so see you in the Facebook group. All right, you ready to rewire your brain? I'm psyched about this, and that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. We will talk about redefining your reality here. We will talk about getting you a life that you want to create. And the crazy thing is, the reason why I'm psyched about this is because I have been doing this, what we're about to do, for years now. I've been doing it since 2010. Everybody who I know is good with game does that. Everybody who's had some sort of win, has some sort of success in life, be it with girls, be it with money, be it whatever it is, they're doing this. Okay, any success that you want to set yourself up for, it starts right here. Your mind is extremely fucking powerful. Why do I know that? Because your mind is the entity that says, don't approach that girl. She probably has a boyfriend. Your mind says, don't even try. You're probably not good enough. You've been doing what your mind has been telling you for years, which is very likely the reason why you're here. So, who's really controlling whom? Are you controlling your mind? Are you using it as a powerful tool? Or is it using you? Your mind is powerful, and this is not some woo-woo shit of like, just use your phone and, just write down good little things you can feel positive about yourself, and it's all about writing shit down. No! There's scientific background of that. If you ever read a book called You Are the Placebo, I forgot how to pronounce his name, it's very hard, I don't want to make myself a fool out of myself. It's a very good book, and it deals with the neurological patterns of our thoughts. Imagine it like this. Imagine, have you ever gone out into the snow, into a field, right? And the snow is knee deep, right? So the first time you're gonna cross that field, it's gonna take you a long while, right? You're gonna have to walk through the high, knee-deep fucking snow. So you walk through the snow once, and now let's say you'd have to walk back. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna walk back through the high, deep, knee-deep snow again, or are you gonna walk back through the path that you've already taken? Very likely you're gonna walk back because it's easier. Let's say you'd have to walk again. You'd walk through that again, and all of a sudden, after 3-4 times, you have a well-tread path that is very easy for you to use. It's the same with our neurons in our brain. If you get up in the morning and the first thought that you're gonna say is like, life is shitty, so much stress, nobody wants to fuck me. You're creating a path through that field. Now, the next day you're gonna get up, your brain is gonna be like, well, am I gonna use the neurological path? This is not some metaphor, it's a neurological path. Am I gonna create that again because I've been using it yesterday and it's gonna be easier than creating a new one? Or am I gonna create a new one? Your brain's gonna it's gonna be on that same path, right? The next day, now you've been walking up and down that path twice already, it's gonna use it the third time, and so on and so forth. And what happens to roads when they have a lot of traffic? They expand. The little road becomes a highway. You don't even know what happened. In a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years later, you have a gigantic highway of negativity, a gigantic highway of you're not good enough, girls don't want to talk to you, girls don't like you, you're not attractive enough, you're not tall enough, girls don't like short guys, girls like the tall guys, yada yada yada. You've created a path, a highway of thoughts that do not belong to you. In fact, those thoughts don't belong anywhere except for maybe an insane asylum. Those thoughts shall be your tools from now on, from this video on. That is why we're going to work on creating neurological pathways that bring you where you want to go. How amazing is that? It's truly one of the most amazing things ever. And I don't talk about this a lot. We kind of mention it in the natural, but here, I'm going to help you out create your own. Okay, how cool is that? So, we're going to tackle 3 things today. And excuse my handwriting, because it's really bad handwriting. Okay. Yeah, number 1 is we're going to do a self-assessment. Whoop. That's going to be number 1. Alright, can you guys read that? Perfect, you guys can read that. Self-assessment, that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. Number 2, we're going to set up our new reality. Our frame. I'll explain that in a sec. And third, well, we're going to do some accountability work here. Of course, you have the Facebook group and everything, right? But let's keep yourself accountable. Let's make it really official. We're going to set up a goddamn contract. There you go. You're gonna set up a contract with yourself. You're gonna sign that. Again, this is number one. This is stuff I did. I'm still doing. This is stuff every one of my students does, and it's scientifically proven. How epic is that? So let's look at self-assessment here. Nobody knows what they should do, where they should go, how they could do that if they don't know where they are right now. And the thing about that is, look, I can't remember who said that to me, but if you ever want to learn something, if you ever want to get truly great at something, the first step you have to do is admit that you suck. There's a lot of ego involved in any learning, but I couldn't think of a field where there's more ego when it comes to girls. We all have this ego attachment of like, I'm gonna go with girls. You know, if I really wanted to, I could get a girl. Truth is, you probably can't. And that's cool. I can't get any girl. So the more you admit to yourself that you suck, that you are still having tons of things to learn, the more you're setting yourself up for being like, okay, that's my ground zero, that is where I am, and I'm honest about that, and now I can go from there. Okay, so what you're gonna do now is, we're gonna work on a shameless self-assessment for you. Now I'm gonna give you a file, okay? It's below this video. There's 3 files that you can download and print. If you want to, you can also do them on your computer. Some people prefer to print, so if you have access to a printer, feel free to do that. And that first file is called the shameless self-attachment self-assessment. You're gonna download that, you're gonna open it, or you're gonna print it out, that's cool too. And on there's questions on there. Okay, and then self-assessment question number 1 is, where am I in this journey? Okay, so download that now so you can follow it along, because I want you to fill it out. Where am I in this journey? Okay, any success with women yet? If so, how did that success happen? Now, to make it a little more relatable, this is what my answer to that was when I started out. So where am I in this journey was, I was 20 years old, and I wrote down that I have had 1 girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend before that, or I think was it 2. I've had 2 girlfriends, but it didn't really count. I did nothing to get that success. I did both times. Those girls kind of forced me into it, and I felt good about it. I had no idea on how high value are these girls? Will they fit well to me? Will I be happy? I was just like, yo, dude, there's a girl, she likes me. I'm all about it, man, and I was happy for like a week or a month, maybe. So I wrote down that I've had 2 girlfriends before, but I don't feel empowered. I do not feel that I could get any girl. I don't know what to do if I would ever get to there. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to strike up a conversation. I don't know how to be funny. I don't know how to be charming. I'm socially awkward, and I don't know how to be open-minded enough to walk up to a stranger. Didn't sound very nicely, but that's what I wrote down. So really freestyle it. Let yourself know, and also be honest about that. And don't worry about judgment, man. If you're a virgin, you've never had sex, that's cool, man. I've had tons of students that have never had sex. Some of them quite old. Doesn't matter, dude. You're on this program because you want to get better, and nobody's gonna judge you. Okay, we're all a fucking family. We're all sitting in the same boat. Question number 2. I want you to try to get a little bit out of your own ass, okay, and have a little bit more perspective. Because question number 2 on that shameless self-assessment sheet is, how do I come across to people? That's already a question that not many people ask themselves. They're like, I'm afraid, I don't know what to say, I really want to fuck girls. But step number 1 in getting better with girls is finding a perspective to others. It's called calibration, it's called empathy. So you gotta start with that. How do I come across to people? Arrogant, happy, too much, not enough, too silent, too calm, whatever the fuck it is. For me, it was definitely over the top annoying. I knew that, and it kind of hurts because I had a lot of friends. They tried to avoid me because I was always like, guys, yeah, yelling, and they're all like, oh man, don't bring Max, man, he's gonna get away, like, you know, he's not cool, the girls are gonna think we're losers if we hang out with him, etc. So yeah, And I remember when I wrote that down, it hurt. This was the first time where I'm like, yeah, I guess I am that guy. Because in my head, in my ego-induced state, so I was like, no, maybe I'm not that guy. The others are stupid. No, it was me. Yeah, I had to admit that. And so do you. How do you come across to people? Maybe creepy, maybe weird. Don't sugarcoat anything. You can handle it. Write down the truth. I come across as creepy. I freak people out. I'm not confident enough. Nobody wants to hang out with me. Whatever it is. Maybe it's not even that bad. Maybe you're better off than I used to be. Kudos to you if that happens, okay? And the third question that I want you to write down is, what is my personality like? What do you think is your personality? Introvert, extrovert, have a lot of anger issues, I don't feel self-confident, whatever it is, feelings, okay? So for me it was, I'm introverted, but I do like people. Being introverted, by the way, is not an excuse. I'm introverted, I'm still introverted. I love hanging out alone. Doesn't mean that you can't learn a game, FYI, just saying. So I wrote down I'm introverted, I like being alone, but I'm also very lonely. I remember writing that down. I was lonely and unhappy. So again, answer these 3 questions. Download the sheet if you haven't yet. Print it out if that makes you feel any better. And write down, where am I in this journey? What is my success with women? And if there has been any, how did they happen? Was it really me who did something? Or was it more the girls, right? Number 2, how do I come across to people? Getting their perspective in them. And then number 3, what is my personality like? And then on top of that, I want you to add a 4th question, and that is, where do I see myself in the future? And that really is a 2-part question. Where do I see myself in 8 weeks after this program? And where do I see myself 5 years from now? If I continue being on that journey, on that path that this program sets me out to. And I want you to dream ridiculous. They're your fucking dreams. Make them as ridiculous as you want them to. For me, ridiculous meant 5 years from now, I want to sit in the bar, and I'll never forget, I'll still have that picture in my head. I want to sit at the end of a bar, right? So in a bar at the opposite of the room. I want to sit there on a big table. I want to have hot girl to my left, hot girl to my right. I'm laughing. I picture myself with the body language like this, like, you know, throwing the shit up in the air, and just letting out all the good vibes. Hot girl left, hot girl right. Bunch of my friends with hot girls too. You know, we're sharing some drinks, having a jolly good time, listen to music. If I could do that, I would be so happy. That was my ridiculous dream. Plus, having had sex with 10 hot women at the end of my life. Whatever your dream is, write it down for the 5 years. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And for the more short term, where do you see yourself after this program? Be aware that it's possible. Do you say, hey, I want to have had sex with girls? Again, remember the main goal is to have sex with 1 to 3 new girls after this 8-week program. But not only that, but also how do you want to feel? I want to feel self-empowered. I want to look back to 8 weeks of mayhem and crazy experiences. I want to look back at 8 weeks of rejection, but I still feel good. I want to feel healthier in my body, more awake, less tired, motivated, happy. Sprinkle in those fucking adjectives. Go nuts. And what I want you to do then is take that shameless self-assessment. Either take a picture of it with your phone or screenshot it if you've done it digitally on your computer, and then upload it to the Facebook group. All right? So with the Facebook group so far, you have number 1, your picture, your before picture. Number 2, your shameless self-assessment. And then at the end of the week, you'll also upload a screenshot of all the tasks. Check it out. So this is your call to action right now. Okay? Call to action 1, take picture, upload it to Facebook group, check. Number 2, download the Evernote or Notepad, check. Obviously, otherwise some of you will be able to check that. Number 3, natural self-assessment, filled and share it with the group, check. I'll see you in the next video, which is part 2 for rewiring your brain, of redefining your reality. And there we'll be dealing with frames. So I'll see you there. All right, test. Here we are back again, guys. Frames, we're at part 2 of redefining your world, reshaping your reality. And let me talk about frames because this is one of the most powerful things in terms of inner game that you could ever learn. Now, what is a frame? A frame is literally like a picture frame, the frame through which you're looking at reality outside, because reality is to a great degree subjective and not at all objective. Let me give you a little example. Let's take a very negative thinking person, a pessimist, right? And let's take an optimist and let's have the same situation happen to them. For example, the pessimist walks down the street, he finds a $5 bill on the floor, on the ground. If he's truly a negative person, if his brain has developed a highway of negativity, he's probably gonna think something like, of course I only find the $5. I never find the 10, the 20, the $100 bills. There's always the other people. I just $5. What the fuck am I gonna do with $5? Everything's expensive anyway. Fuck my life. Right? So his reality is, I'm the victim. The world is sad, difficult. I'm not in an empowered position. Let's say the same thing happens to an optimist. He finds the exact same $5 bill on the ground. What is that person going to think? The person with a highway, super highway of positivity that he might have had naturally, or he's trained it like we're doing right here. If that person finds that, he's like, oh, look at that. I'm such a lucky person. Found a $5 bill. How crazy is that? I didn't have to work for $5. Man, life is easy. Life is good. It's karma. It's coming back to you. I'm positive and positive things happen to me. I get $5, man. I can buy some gum with that, a bag of Cheetos, half a gram of weed maybe, depending on where you live. You know, again, fucking $5 and $5, man. Sure, it's not 10, but yo, 5 for free. How sick is that? Yeah, life is epic. Same thing happened to these two people. One is in an empowered position, feeling good. Energy goes up. One is a disempowered position. And like I said, you can have that naturally. You can have it be taught through upbringing, or you teach it to yourself right now with the frames. Okay, that's why you're here. So, imagine, okay, if you say, oh, that sounds pretty good. The guy who found $5 is happy, or who's now in an empowered position. What if I could create a frame that helps me get where I want to be? That helps me with game, that helps me approach, that makes approaching easier for me, that makes asking for a date more easily, that makes going for the clothes easier. What if I could create a frame that makes me like being a sexual being, that makes me go for clothes? Let's set that up, shall we? Now the thing is, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the first frame that I used to have. I have it right here on my computer. I'm going to read parts of it out to you. I do not want you to just blindly copy paste it and be like, I don't have time, you know, fuck this program, I paid a lot of money. And that's why I'm just gonna copy paste what Max wrote. No, use your fucking brain. You're here to use your fucking brain. You're here to learn. You wanna be empowered. You don't just wanna copy paste someone else's stuff. So I'm gonna read you out mine. Obviously, a lot of that will resonate with you as well because I was at the exact same spot. But use your own words. The more personalized that frame is, the more powerful it will be for you. Okay, so I'm gonna read you mine out, and obviously later on, you'll fill out your own one. Now the thing is, you have access to a frame template here, okay? So you can actually click below this video. There is a template where you can download it. You know, it looks nice. You can either download it and edit it in, yeah, with your computer, or you print it out and handwrite it in there. There's gonna be 10 to 15 points that I want you to write down in there, okay? Just use the bullet points if you want to. And I'm not gonna give you my frame because I don't want you to copy paste shit. I want you to write things out yourself because that way is more powerful. And that frame should contain your sticking points, but formulated in a positive manner. So you're starting to change up there. Remember that's what we said in the beginning. Any sort of change starts up there. So let's say, for example, yeah, let's actually read out the first point that I had here in my frame. I said, the first point is, there's thousands of beautiful women in the world. Why did I say that? Why did I frame it that way? Well, because at this point, I was like, oh, a beautiful girl is so rare. When I find one, I have to hold her, and I have to be really nice to her, and I gotta do anything in my power that she likes me. And I knew that was a wrong frame to come from. I would get very needy with that. It's a scarcity mindset. So I said, you know what? If I frame it in a way where I say, you know what? There's thousands of beautiful women out there. It's probably going to be easier for me if I run across a pretty girl. I don't get needy. Boom. That was my first point. Second point. It doesn't matter what I talk about to a girl. How powerful is that? Because in my head, I'm like, I gotta be funny, I gotta be witty, it's gonna be interesting, I gotta be traveling the world, I have an interesting story. No, it doesn't matter what I'm talking to with a girl, what I'm talking about with a girl. Third one is, women are eager to be approached by me. Do I really know? Do I know if they're eager? No. But do I really know that they don't want to talk to me? My brain, my highway of negativity is telling me, girls don't want to talk to you, you're not good enough. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to take that sticking point. And I'm going to write down, you know, girls are eager to be talking to me. If I walk around with that frame, I'm going to approach all these girls. And I will create my, like, any reality that you set yourself up is just set up to reinforce itself. The guy who finds the $5 on the floor reinforces it. I only always get $5, life is shit. The guy who's positive reinforces his positive mindset. Look at me, this is proof that life is amazing. So if you write down, girls are eager to be approached by me, it will reinforce itself. Next point, women are loving and beautiful beings. I wrote that down because I was scared they would break my heart, that they're manipulative and superficial. No, they're lovely and beautiful beings. Okay, next one. My life is already awesome. Women are a bonus. If you guys remember, one of my famous sentences that my brand has gotten famous for is, my life is already awesome, this night is already epic, but I want to see where this can go. You see, it stems from the very beginning. My life is already awesome. Women are a bonus. That again reframes my clinginess that I need the girl, right? Women constantly look at me, giving me looks of interest and approach invitations. I don't walk in a room and I'm being ignored. Any girl that just does like that, I'm like, yeah, she looked at me, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not saying that this is a delusional new reality that you're building. It's like like a house of cards that can just fall apart. No, it's not that. You're just taking your negative interpretation, you give it a little bit of a positive twist, because just like you say girls are not interested in you, that's not real either. You don't fucking know, so might as well use something that is of positive value for you. Let's look first. So you get the gist. You take something that you think is not good and you reframe it into your new positive reality. So I'm going to read out the rest of mine just to give a little bit of an inspiration, and at the end I want you to write down your own 10 to 15 points in your frame. Right? Print it out, write it down in hand, or write it down on the computer and then you post it in the Facebook group. Okay? So I treat every person with respect. That's my behavior. I want to be able to say, I treat everybody with respect. I'm a nice guy. I'm a cool dude. Right? I'm good looking and handsome. Was I really? Am I right now? I don't know, but I'm going to create that reality. I'm attractive. I'm charming. I'm always chill and at ease. I'm confident and polite. I don't need validation from others. I don't need attention from others. I enjoy escalating. I have the right to talk to any person I want. I enjoy the pain of rejection. I know who I am. I know what I want. I can meet beautiful women anywhere and at any time. I validate and reward myself. I say what I think. Women need sex every day. Obviously here, my old reality, I was like, oh, women don't like sex. I'm a bad person for wanting sex. No, women need sex. Not just they want, they need sex every day. I see my own sexuality as something wonderful and natural. I'm not ashamed by that. I play by my own rules, always. I speak loudly and clearly. Something that it's very obvious I've worked on a lot. I always do the first step and I enjoy it. All women want me. My actions are confident and self-assured. In presence of a gorgeous woman, I remain chill and at ease. In every woman, there's just a little girl that wants to be loved for who she really is. By approaching a woman during the day, in the middle of the street, I can make her day. Every girl just wants to be loved. Every person can earn my respect and recognition. I don't care what somebody might think of me. Every person that meets me is deeply impressed by me. Nothing makes a girl happier than being approached in a sincere and direct way. Such good stuff. Sex is the most natural thing in the world for men and women alike. If a girl happens to not like me, it's not a problem at all. What happened yesterday is past. Today's a new day. So you see, those were a bunch of really epic bullet points just to inspire you a little bit. What I want you to do now is take your current reality. That's why we did the self-assessment before. And I want you to reframe it into a reality that aids you in getting girls and getting laid and becoming a better, smarter, cooler person. Download it or print it out, fill it out yourself, screenshot it or take a picture of it, and upload it in the Facebook group, because I care, and my coaches care, and we want to fucking know, okay? And then what you'll see is, you'll read out those frames every day. You're not just writing them, uploading it, and have at it. No, you'll read out those frames every day. And what you're gonna do is, you read them out after you get up in the morning. First thing in the morning, you take a piss, you go take your frame, you read it out to yourself. Then before you leave the house, be it for work in the morning or be it in the evening when you go out and talk to people or you're gonna go on a date, you're gonna read out that frame to yourself. And before you go to bed, last thing before the light switches off, you're gonna read out that frame. Every day, you're gonna read those frames. And that way you start reprogramming your mind. The voice in your head that says, you're not good enough, people are laughing at you, the lady is staring, you're doing something wrong, buddy. That voice becomes, women need sex every day. I have the right to talk to any person I want. I'm charming and attractive. That voice will become your voice, and that voice will be a voice that helps you getting where you want to be. How epic is that? Okay? Upload this shit, so by now you should have had the before picture, you should have downloaded the Evernote file or whatever other file notepad thing you want to have. Create call to actions on there for the self-assessment, fully fleshed out and shared with the group, and the frames fully fleshed out and shared with the group. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Well, we'll be talking about your character. Alright. Part 3 of rewiring your brain. I hope you're feeling good. By this time, you should have set up your frames. If you haven't done yet, do not continue watching. This is an action-taking program. You need to do the other steps before then continue watching, okay? Right now, we're gonna talk about the third point here, contract. That contract doesn't concern me. That contract is for you. We're making sure you're getting your ass kicked in the Facebook group and the Skype calls and with you having to share all these things already, but this contract is for you. This contract will go underneath your pillow, above your pissoir, fucking magnet this shit to your fridge if you feel comfortable with that. You have a file here underneath this video that you can take if you want to. You can print that. If you don't have a printer, you don't need to do that. But this is something that you need to write down by hand. This is something that I don't want you to write down on your phone, not on your computer, nowhere. I want you to write this down with your handwriting. That way it's nice and personal, okay? So if you can download the template thing, feel free to do that. It has a nice logo at the top and stuff like that. And then feel free to write it down by hand. But if you don't want to do that, if you can't have a printer, just a nice sheet of paper. Not some shitty note block, fucking, you know, like, have a nice sheet of paper. You can try to get a nice sheet of paper. And on there, you're gonna write the following. So pause the video to get a paper. I'm gonna make a funny face while doing that, like, okay, unpause, there you go. So, here's what you're gonna write down. I, Maximilian Berger. Obviously, you're gonna write down your own first and last name. I hereby promise that I will do anything it takes to get better with women. I will do everything in my power to get this handled. And I will not stop until I have reached my goals. Okay, you got that so far? Feel free to pause in between if you want to. Then until I've reached my goals. Every day I will be working on these goals. There will be no exceptions. There will be no excuses. If I do hear my own excuses, I will listen to them and then I will do it anyway. If I feel afraid, I will smile at fear and I will do it anyway. If I feel tired, I accept that and I will do it anyway. And when I fail, I will get back up, I will learn from it, and I will keep going until I've reached my goals. Full stop. You're gonna write your date on there, whatever date it is today. You're gonna write where you are, whatever, New York, January 2019, whatever. And you're gonna write down your signature. You're gonna sign this shit to yourself. This is your contract. This one is your obligation. Remember, in this wonderful mentoring program, we're keeping you accountable. You will see it in the Facebook group, in the Skype group, calls, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, this one is your own accountable. This is your last resort. This is the actual thing that you want to be responsible for, okay? Do that. Write that contract. Don't post it in the group. You don't have to. This is for you. But check it in your little notepad file on your phone, and then at the end of the week you'll upload a screenshot of the entire notepad file with the checks everywhere, just to keep everybody accountable. But you will write this contract to keep yourself accountable, okay? Good job. This contract is your best friend now.